little do you know, I grew up in Atlanta as well, so part of my life, one of my first languages was Southern, so I can speak to Ted in Southern a little bit. Ted, you've obviously been doing this for quite a while and been involved in, in the green world and the environmental world is a long time. How did you get involved in this movement, and how long ago did you?
In the green movement.
In the green movement.
I was, when I was just a little boy, I'm 69 now, and when I was just like 4 or 5 years old, I started looking at the picture books of birds and animals and butterflies and flowers and plants, and the natural world just fascinated me.
George, from the standpoint, how did you get involved in this?
Well, I mean, I think being in the restaurant business since I was younger, I've always enjoyed the outdoors myself, but I think the issue is we've watched our country grow with population growth and urban sprawl, and it doesn't take long. One day there's a woods, and the next day there's a naked earth, and 500 houses up. And I think that we as business leaders need to start to impact that by the decisions we make in our own small businesses.
Why did you get into the restaurant business?
Well, that's a good question. That's a good question. First of all,
why the hell did you get in the restaurant?
I really love it. First of all, I like dealing with customers. Listen, I knew it was tough. I knew it was going to be tough. And but I was, my other businesses touched on the food business. For instance, when I bought the Braves, we got the concessions. All right, let me tell you. If you can charge $5 for a beer, and you're the only place in town, in the stadium with 50,000 people are in there, and the only place they can get a hamburger and a beer is from the concession stands. That is good business. That's a good. I opened a restaurant in my building. I bought a big building where we moved CNN, and it was completely vacant. I had all this vacant space, and we needed a restaurant in there, so I opened a restaurant. And I named it the Lion's Den after MGM, and we had a movie theme. We put pictures of Clark Gable on the wall and everything, but we didn't know diddly squat about what we were doing, and we lost our ass. I had to start a business, and I didn't have a lot of money. I lost $7 billion too with the AOL merger, and I was down to my last $1.5 billion. And so I couldn't go out and buy CBS or something. I didn't have enough money. So I decided we'll start a restaurant business. And I knew George.
All right.
You like that?
All right.
I'll be a regular on your show.
I got a location for you in Vegas.
Yeah.
George, how do you follow that up?
Well, I live like this. When we set out to build Ted's Montana Grill, we said we were going to be environmentally sensitive in every way we could. So we were going to use recycled paper. We were going to use no styrofoam, no plastic. We were going to find all recyclable materials. We're going to use all glass bottles. So like I'm known over at Coca-Cola as a pain in the glass, because I keep going over there saying, I can't believe y'all are going to get rid of glass bottles. And they were, and they've turned around. So I think it's conversation. I think it's follow up and follow through, and I think it's getting people to buy into it by actually believing in it, not just making a quick step. As last but not least, my only worry is that right now it's kind of the buzzword. It's the cool thing to be, and I think we have some people out there that are just trying to promote themselves as green that aren't really taking serious steps. And I think it has to be part of your culture, and you have to do it every day. And then small things will turn into big things, and those big things will make a difference.